So I was watching the David Benavidez interview on the Cigar Talk podcast, and overall, I thought it was great content. I enjoyed the interview. It was good stuff. But there were some interesting things that were said, and I couldn't help myself, man. I realized that what David Benavidez and his team are saying, you know, they're saying one thing and then doing another. Like, what they're saying isn't lining up, is what I'm saying. The math ain't mathing, you know? So I wanted to break down and share some of these statements that were made by David Benavidez. And maybe some of my subscribers have the answers that I don't, or anybody else has some answers for me that comes across this video. Any Mexican Monster fans out there, because there doesn't seem to be anybody asking these questions. It's like the people don't notice, or people don't want to notice. Or am I gonna believe that boxing fans have such low IQs that excuse me, that people don't notice that the David Benavidez camp tell more lies than a unfaithful housewife? You know what I'm saying? And I already know what I'm gonna get called. I'm gonna get called out, or I'm gonna be called a Canelo fanboy, Caneloca, and, you know, Canelo's a duck, you know, all the redundant shit, right? I'm gonna get called for calling out the hypocrisy. But I feel like somebody's got to do it, man. You know, somebody's got to do it. I just don't see anybody calling out these things, or asking these questions. So with no further ado, let's get it in. First question. Check out the video, and then we'll break it down after.
Once, how do you see that fight?
So that's a big fight, bro.
I don't know.
I don't know who's gonna win either. I don't know who's gonna win either, because Benavidez is a dog, but Bivol is a dog too.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, bro, this is how boxing should be. You know, the best fight the best. I don't know who's gonna win. You know, I'm sure we're both working extremely hard. So we're gonna see a classic light heavyweight fight, and that also gives me more motivation, because I'm next in line to fight for that too. So this is like what I said when I told myself I was gonna make my dreams come true.
So he says that he's excited and he's motivated for the winner of Dmitry Bivol and Artur Beterbiev. I mean, yeah, sounds good, but the problem I have with him saying this is, I could just show you guys better than I could tell you, man. Check this out.
Would you consider a buyout of your PBC contract to cross the street for the Saul fight?
Fuck no. You guys, people kept criticizing me, saying that I only want to pay this and that. I've been making good money, bro, for fucking like 7 years. Really good money. PBC and Al Haymon have taken care of me. What they were offering Canelo, they were offering him close to 60 million. I think that's even before pay-per-view buys. After pay-per-view buys, it would have been a fucking killing. I wasn't getting nothing, no percentage. I was getting a fee of $5 million. I pay out all my people. I think I'm left over with 3.5 before tax. You know what I mean? So I was fine with that. I was completely fine with that. This guy was taking everything. He was literally taking everything. I'm not saying that he shouldn't. I mean, if he's entitled to, he's entitled. I don't give a fuck. I wanted the opportunity. But if they're giving him 60 million here, what could they possibly give him over here? It's the same fucking thing. So why would I go across the street when I've been getting treated really good with PBC and Al Haymon? Why would I go across the street when they probably only want to give me a one-fight deal?
So do y'all see the contradiction now? You see my problem with this statement? If you're not willing to leave the PBC to fight Canelo across the street, then how are you going to fight the winner of Dmitry Bivol and Artur Beterbiev? Because, again, either way, either whichever guy wins, neither of them fight on PBC. Dmitry Bivol fights on Matchroom, DAZN, and Artur Beterbiev fights on ESPN Top Rank. Do y'all see what I'm saying now with the math ain't mathin'? And the whole David Benavidez team, they keep saying that, oh, we're not waiting on Canelo. You know, that's why we're moving up to 175. But if the opportunity comes up, then we're willing to come back down to 168 with a catch weight or a rehydration clause. But if you're waiting on Canelo, then why not just stay at 168 and wait for Canelo there? You know, and fight a, you know, stay busy fight with like a Christian and Billy, or even easier, a stablemate in David Morrell. Well, why move up if you're just gonna move back down? That shit just doesn't make any sense to me. But anyways, here's another part of the video that I thought was pretty wild. Check this out.
Saying the Saudis is out there doing that. Is that something that, you know, just what they're doing in boxing, is that interesting to you? Is that something like, you know, I would go mess with them if the bag was right?
No, yeah, definitely. So to be honest with you, I can't do that because the way my contract is set up,
yeah.
I can't mess with them people because, you know, obviously I can only work with my own promoter, but they said if you know they're willing to make that fight happen, obviously it's an enormous amount of money that it could happen. So I definitely do respect the whole movement they got going on over there, the Saudis. You know, they've been putting some great fights on. Not only just great fights, they've been putting great events on. Yeah, I seen that fight when he fought with Ngannou when he fought Tyson Fury, and it was just like a futuristic fight / concert. It was just like a whole epic concert, bro. And it was just, you know, I would definitely love to be a part of that one day. And you know, it looks like it might happen, so I'm very excited.
Tell me about Al, man, because I heard you say in an interview.
Again, man, more contradictions, more lies, more bullshit. In one breath, he says he can't work with His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh. Excuse me. Because the way his contract is set up. So, again, how are you going to pursue greatness by fighting the winner of Beterbiev versus Bivol? You know, if the whole thing is being financed by Turki Al-Sheikh, he's the one giving you the opportunity to for legacy and greatness. Not Al Haymon. From what it sounds like and what it looks like to me, Al Haymon is keeping you down, bruh. Al Haymon is... He's like your massa. You know what I'm saying? You're in a slave contract, homie. You know, he's keeping you from making the biggest payday of your life. Because what you would make fighting in Saudi Arabia for Turki Al-Sheikh would make Al Haymon and the PBC money look like bubblegum change. Here's the last proof or receipt that I have to show you guys that the Benavidez camp are just full of shit.
Eddie, you know, the last time I know him, I know who he is. We spar him in the future. I had no idea that he was with Eddie Reynoso. So that's kind of funny now because at the end of the day, maybe that's why they throw him in there. You know, I don't even know now. Yeah, now
But who did you make the deal with? Who'd you? I mean, because if you didn't talk to Eddie, who'd you talk to for Vazdek? Because that's his fighter.
I talked to Sansom. He's the one, and Luis de Cubas and them. Those are the ones that made everything happen. I mean, it's already done. I didn't talk to the fighter. You know, I talked to the promoter. I talked to Luis de Cubas. I talked to Sansom. They're the ones. Now, this is the first time I hear that he's managed by Eddie Reynoso.
Yeah,
like, really,
coach. He's been on Canelo undercards the last 2 fights. He trains with him. That's their guy.
Yeah, I didn't even like I said, this is the first time I hear that he's his manager. I mean, that gets more interesting. Shit, that
Yeah,
gets
I
more
mean, that's
interesting.
why I wanted the interview. I'm like,
You see what I'm saying? Do y'all see what I'm saying? You really believe this guy, man? Because I don't. Y'all really believe that this guy didn't know that Alexander Vosdik is one of Eddie Reynoso's fighters, man? Get the fuck out of here, man. But anyways, man, let me know what y'all think down in the comment section. Let me know if y'all believe these guys. Yeah, man. Y'all let me know, man. There's too many questions that aren't being answered. This has been your boy O-Dog Boxing, and I'm out this bitch.